right, so welcome to our Start the New Year Right mat class today. I hope everybody's ready to get going, and we'll get started with a roll down. So we're gonna stand with our feet parallel to one another, knees over the ankles, hips over the knees, shoulders over the hips. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to exhale, nod the chin, and then we're going to roll down. So pulling the belly button in to provide support to the lower back and to the whole body as we roll down. All should be facing one another. You can bend the knees slightly. Really get a stretch in. Kind of pretend like you're rolling over a barrel in front of your belly. Take an inhale at the bottom. Exhale, pull the belly button towards the spine and use the abs to support you as you come back up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, nod the chin. Pull the belly button in and roll down. Really feel that stretch in your lower back. Inhale at the bottom and exhale. Back up. Take the arms up overhead. Inhale, arch backwards. Exhale, come down, and we'll go into some shoulder rolls backwards. Good. And back the other direction. Go ahead and sit down. Grab on behind the knees to support you as you roll down. And we'll start with pelvic curl. So exhale, press the space beneath the lower back away. Use the abs to support you as you come up, knees pull together. Inhale, hold. Exhale, we're gonna roll down through each vertebrae, through the lower back, all the way. Make the tailbone heavy. And lift back up. Inhale to hold. Exhale, roll back down. Tailbone gets heavy, the space comes back. We exhale, we press the space away and press up. So hold, inhale, and exhale. Roll back down. Last one. We'll take the arms out to a T position. Hands should be below the shoulders. I'm going to hold on to the edges of my mat. You can modify this by keeping your feet on the mat. You can come up into a tabletop position. We're going to inhale. We're going to roll, keeping the knees level with each other. So often your top hip will want to stay on the mat. Actively push that forward with your abs. Then use the abs to roll back to center. Inhale the other way. Keeping those knees parallel, even with each other. Exhale. Use the abs to start and roll back to center. Inhale. Inhale. Something else you can do is you can lengthen your legs if you want a little bit more challenge for your abs. This is still an ab exercise, so you're supporting your body with your abs, and then to pull back, you're using your abs to pull back to the center. Set your feet down. Okay, so we'll go into a chest lift. Interlace your fingers behind your head, and then really just kind of resting there. They're not actually providing any support to your head. We're going to exhale to lift. Exhale to lift. You can modify it by putting your arms up towards the ceiling. And then if you haven't done chest lift with rotation, we're going to hold up here. It's easiest to start with your hands out in front of you. We're going to exhale, roll over. You can grab on with your top arm and lift yourself up into a good position. Hold with your abs, let go. We inhale through center and exhale to the other side. Again, you can grab on with that top arm. Inhale through center. 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 Inhale through center and exhale, lower back down. All right, great. So you should be feeling pretty warm. Next, we're going to do leg circles. One leg straight, pressing into the mat, the other leg toe pointed, pointing up towards the ceiling, external rotation from the hip. So point the knee out to a 45-degree angle. We're going to exhale, drop the heel across the body, drop and lift. Inhale, drop and lift. You can keep the hands on your hips to make sure that your hips are not rocking through the motion. This is an ab exercise. Last one, this direction. We'll go the other way. Inhale. Last one. Okay, bend the knee, pull it into the chest for a nice stretch. And slide that leg out. Lift that leg up. External rotation, we're going to slide across, drop, and lift. Inhale. 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 And we'll switch direction. Inhale. And last one. Pull that knee into the chest for a nice stretch. While we're here, we can do a piriformis stretch. So you can put your left ankle on your right knee. Lift that right leg up. Grab on behind the knee. Flex your left foot to deepen the stretch. And you can also push that knee away and rotate to one side to feel a stretch through your hip flexor. Ooh, feels good. Roll back to center, set one foot down, then switch sides. Make sure that right foot is flexed. Press the right knee away and rotate over. Come back to center, set the foot down, and roll. All right. So next we're going to pull up, and you're going to be in a chest lift position. Legs are in tabletop, hands are just resting on top. And then we're going to inhale, stretch out, exhale, bring the arms around. We want to keep that chest lifted through the whole maneuver, so you don't want to release in your abs when you stretch out on the inhale. 2 more here. Now we're going to straighten one leg out for single leg. Like we're sliding the heels on a countertop. One more each side. And lower back down. Make a diamond shape with your hands. Rest them underneath your tailbone. And then we're going to straighten the legs up. Your legs should be in a V shape, so slightly externally rotated. And then we're just going to lower. Only lower as far as you can hold on with your abs. You don't want to be pressing your ribs up towards the ceiling. So you want to keep your abs engaged. Keep that washboard stomach as you lower. Exhale to lift. We'll do 2 more here. Bend your knees, set your feet down, and straighten your legs. Squeeze the legs together, point the toes, arms, palms facing one another. We're gonna go into a roll up. So we inhale, we lift up, exhale, pull the belly button towards the spine, find that C curve, shoulders over the hips. Inhale here, exhale, lower down. Lower back barely touches, hold. Inhale to lift, exhale, lower back down. You can do a modification here where you bend one leg to help you come up on the exhale. So we inhale, we come up to lift, grab that knee, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift, exhale. Belly button towards the spine. There we go. Shoulders are over the hips. Nice C curve. Inhale. And we'll do our last one up here. Inhale, lift, exhale. Use the modification if you need to. Okay, so bend both knees. And we'll go into rolling like a ball. So you're gonna grab onto your ankles, point your toes, balance on your hip bones. Squeeze the knees and the elbows together. Hold this ball position. We inhale back, exhale. Lift the chest towards the knees. Keep squeezing. Keep everything really tight and together. Inhale. 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 Last one here. All right. Go ahead and straighten out your legs. Put the heels on the edges of the mat. Nice straight arms in front of you. The arms are going to remain parallel to the mat the whole time. Palms are facing one another. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, nod the chin. And we're slowly, one vertebrae at a time. We're articulating the spine. As we come forward, keep those hips up against an imaginary wall behind you. So we're pressing back as we're pulling forward. Opposition in the spine for the stretch. Inhale here. Exhale. Belly button to the spine. And now we reverse. We articulate back up to the seated position. Think about the shoulders pulling down and back on the back. Exhale, nod the chin. Pull the belly button to the spine as we stretch. Forward. Lift back up. And last one. Pull that belly button in as we stretch forward, keeping those arms parallel. Set the hands down behind you. Fingertips are pointing towards your toes. Close the legs, squeeze the legs together, point to the toes, and we're going to press up. And inhale, come down and tap. Think about pulling your heels towards your wrist. Inhale. If you need a modification, you can always bend your knees and press up, pressing the hips up towards the ceiling. 2 more here. And we inhale, tap. Hold, hold, hold. Really strengthening. And come on down. All right, let's do a little bit of front support. So hands directly underneath the shoulders. We're going to come into what people commonly refer to as a plank. Press the feet back. Nice straight line from your shoulders to your hips. Now, you can hold this if that's good enough for you. If you need a modification, you can always come down to your knees. You can also come down onto your elbows and knees if you need to. And if you want a bit more of a challenge, pull your knees towards your elbows, maintaining that nice straight line. One more. Hold here. You got it. It's good for you. Set your knees down. Press back into rest pose. Ooh, good stretch. You can stretch over to one side. Pop the hands over to the other side. Back to center. All right, we're gonna do some shoulder bridge work. So rotate over, around, bend your knees, come on into your back. And we're going to come into that shoulder bridge position. So same thing as the pelvic curl. So we exhale, press that space away beneath your lower back, pulling the knees towards one another. We continue to exhale and lift up into the shoulder bridge. Now, if this is enough for you, just hold here through the movement. We can also do leg lifts. So we're just gonna tap. Tap. Set it down. Reset that bridge. Make sure you're in a nice strong position, supported by your abs, not pressing too much into your glutes. Tap. Tap. Set that back down. Reset the bridge. Hold here. Now we're going to do some pulses. So go ahead and lift one leg straight up towards the ceiling, point the toes, and we're just going to press the hips up. Two more. You got it. Bend that leg, set it down. Hold here. And straighten. Point the toe. Hold here. Again, make sure those abs are engaged. Pull the knees towards one another. Okay, we're going to prepare to roll back down. So take a deep inhale. And then exhale. We're going to articulate through each vertebrae. I like to lift my heels here to get a little bit more of a stretch in my spine. Tailbone becomes heavy. Good. Now, we can do a little bit of dead bug while we're here. So grab onto your heels, and then we'll just rock back and forth. Massage the lower back a little bit. You can also grab this way. The inside of your feet, arches. Just roll. Feels good. All right. Set both legs down. Good. Now roll over onto your side. And we're going to prop ourselves up on our elbow. Make sure we've got a straight line from our hips to our shoulders. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked. Bring the leg up. And we're going to kick forward as we exhale. Inhale, come back. Keep the elbows square. We're not rolling around. So we want the elbow pointed up at the ceiling. We're using our abs to move our legs back and forth. And last one. Good. Over to the other side. Hips are stacked. Abs are engaged to make that straight line from the hips to the shoulders. Legs up. This side's a little bit harder for me to keep that elbow stationary, but it's really important to do that. Inhaling back. All right, last one. Good. All right, let's go ahead and sit up. And we're gonna do a little bit of leg work. So on all fours, start with, you're gonna be in quadruped. Important to have wrists directly under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and the hips stay even for the whole movement. One leg straight. We exhale to lift. We're not rotating the hips around, so you want to keep your hips nice and level, engage those abs. It's not going to be a huge movement of the leg. It's at most going to come up to hip high. All right, we'll swap. Straighten that out. Engage the abs. And we just barely tap the ground, so we're keeping our hamstrings engaged. Good. All right, bend those knees. Next, we're going to flex the left foot, and we're gonna push the heel up towards the ceiling, keeping that 90-degree bend in the knee. Again, keeping those hips nice and level. Good stretch in the hip flexor. One more here. All right, we'll switch sides. Now, we're going to open out to the side. So again, 90-degree bend, keeping those hips nice and level. Instead of lifting the knee, think about stretching it to the wall. 3 more. All right, last one. Last side here. Keeping the hips nice and level. We don't want to rock the hips too far open. It's a pretty small movement. Okay. Press back into rest pose. Stretch your arms straight out in front of you. And over to one side. Over to the other side. Good. And we'll end out with some back extension work. So we're going to lay on our bellies. Pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. And we start by exhaling, pressing the pubic bone into the mat, engaging the abs. And then we're going to inhale, we lift the crown of the head first. And with the abs still engaged so that we don't hurt our lower back, we're lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Press the feet in. Inhale. We lengthen up. And exhale. Lower back down. Inhale. Lengthen up. Exhale. 2 more, just like that. Exhale, we engage the abs first. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Okay. And go ahead and we'll come into our roll down to end out class. So feet are parallel. We're going to inhale, lengthen up towards the ceiling. Exhale, nod the chin. Pull the belly button in and lower back down. Bend the knees, straighten the knees, grab opposite elbows, and just stretch out. Feel how you might feel a little different, even in just 30 minutes, slightly different than you did at the beginning of the class, a little bit more loose. Bend and straighten 2 more times. Let the arms hang. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Squeeze all the air out of your belly. Pull your belly button towards the spine. Use the abs to support as you slowly roll back up. Lift the arms up overhead. Inhale, extend. And exhale, arms back down. Thanks so much for joining me. And if you would like to work out some more, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and I hope to see more of you guys.